Can you leave it in this format, guys? Yes, you can. Not a problem at all. All right. All right, guys, and then that's how you would deal with a question like this one here. And then let me see you. Let me see what happened here. Did we made a mistake here somewhere? 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, we didn't make a mistake here anywhere else. Okay, great stuff. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next question. All right, guys, let's look at this question from a past paper. I believe this one is also from a past paper from Free State 2024. It was a June exam. Let's look at this one. It says it's on calculus. It says here, if you are given f of s, use first principle to find f prime x. All right. So f prime x, you would know that it's given by as follows, by the following formula. You can go check it out on your formula sheet, guys. It's f of x prime, it's equals to lim as h approaches 0. Then you're going to say f of x plus h minus f of x all over h. So this is just the formula as it is, guys. So we're going to substitute wherever we see x, we're going to put x plus h in this case. So one thing you need to take note, guys, you must continuously write lim as h approaches 0, because if you don't, you are going to lose marks. You will continuously have to write it until it approaches 0. So here, f, where there's x, we're going to put x plus h. So in this case, it's x plus h all squared. All right, and then what else? Then that's it. And then we're going to say minus f of x, which is this whole thing here. F of x is the whole thing, but we need to put it in the brackets, guys, because it's a negative there, squared minus 3. We just substitute the whole of it here. Therefore, everything needs to be divided by h. All right, now let's continue. What did I say? I said we must continuously write lim as h approaches 0 until we finish. If we don't write it, guys, you are going to lose those critical marks that you really need. Okay, so now moving right along, let's simplify this one here. Remove the bracket. This one was going to give us x plus h, and then x plus h as well, minus 3 minus x squared plus 3. Therefore, you divide everything by h. It's equals to lim as h approaches 0. Then we remove the bracket. X times x will give us x squared. Will give us x squared. Then x times x will give us xh. Then h times x will give us xh. So therefore, we have 2 of these xh. H times h here, guys, will give us what? Thank you very much for saying h squared minus 3 minus x squared plus 3. Therefore, everything here divided by h. Here we are, guys. Now, what can we do here? Negative h, negative 3, positive 3 will go out. And then what else do we have here? We have got x squared there and a positive x squared. All right, so therefore, what are we left with here after cancelling out those that are minusing each other there? We are left with 2xh plus h squared all over h. So what can we do here? We see that we've got a common factor of h. We can take out h as a common factor at the top. Okay, we take out h as a common factor here. H is a common factor, 2x plus h here. Therefore, close bracket divided by h. If we divide by h, therefore h and h would cancel out, and therefore as this h approaches 0, we will be left with 2x. All right, And that's how you would deal with a question like this one, where you must find the derivative of x squared minus 3 using first principle. All right, let's move on here. We've got a question here, 8.2 given by y is equals to 9x to the power of 4 minus 6 all over 3x. This is, they are saying, determine dy over dx by definition. All right, by definition, guys, they mean that we are using, if we are given this, therefore we must bring the n this side, and then we must minus n from the top. That's how you would take the derivative. All right, so now first thing first here, guys, you need to simplify this. You can't just go ahead and start multiplying out as it is now. So we need to simplify it and make it a linear equation. We have got 9 to the power of 4 here. We divided this by 3x, and then we have got 6 here. Everything must be divided by 3x as it is. All right, so therefore y would be equals to x, and 1x will cancel out. Therefore you are left with 3x here, so it's x to the power of 3. 3 goes how many times into 9? It will go 3 times, so therefore you're gonna have 3 here. And then therefore here, what do you have? You're gonna have 3 goes how many times? There it goes twice, and we have got x to the power of -1. All right, so therefore as it is now, is simplified, is in a linear form. We can take dy over dx. dy over dx, we drop the exponent, come to multiply with this one, so it's going to be 3 times 3. Therefore here on the 3 at the top, we minus 1 at the top. All right, here also we drop the exponent. We have got -2 here initially. We drop the exponent, which is -1, is going to be equals to -1, -1. Okay, drop the exponent, minus 1 from the exponent. Drop the exponent, minus 1 from the exponent. Therefore our dy over dx, you can almost make a song with it, guys, I know. All right, 3 times 3 is going to be 9. Therefore we're left with 9x squared here. Okay, -2 -1 gives us +2. Then we've got x minus 2. And that's how you would deal with this one. Can you leave it in this format, guys? Yes, you can. Not a problem at all. All right, guys, and then that's how you would deal with a question like this one here. And then let me see you. Let me see what happened here. Did we made a mistake here somewhere? 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, we didn't make a mistake here anywhere else. Okay, great stuff. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next question. Next question. All right, they said here, evaluate and leave your answer in a said form. So they want us to take d in terms of x in this question here. All right, so the first thing to do, like I said in the previous question, we need to simplify first. What we have here, we have got square root of 3 and then x cubed here, so it's going to be left as x of 3, and then we divide by x as it is, negative 2x square root of x. Okay, we can simplify this. Is going to give us 1 plus half, which is going to be 3 over 2. What did I do, guys? I just simplified here. The bases are the same. You have got x to the 1, then you have got x to the power of 1 over 2. Bases are the same. You are multiplying, you add the exponent, and then the same thing with this one. It is x to the power of 3 multiplied by 1 over 3, because here it's 1 cubic, so that's hence I wrote x here. All right, all over 3x square. Then you close it in the bracket. All right, therefore x and x would cancel out here. Therefore we are going to be left with only 1 over 3. Therefore when we need to simplify this part here, we need to simplify it. We are going to be have 1 over 3x to the power of, here the bases are the same. Exponent rule says if bases are the same, you are dividing, you need to minus the exponent. So therefore it means in this case here, we're going to have 3 over 2 from the exponent minus 1, and then when we simplify that fraction, we are going to be left with half. Am I right? Yes, we're gonna be left with positive 1 over 2 here. And then that's it. And then as it is, guys, now we need to come here and we need to take d over dx of this one, and then also here we leave it as it is, then we'll take d over dx. That's basically here we're taking the derivative in terms of x. All right, so it's going to be x 1 over 2, which is excuse me, I forgot to write the constant, 2 over 3, all in bracket here. So now the derivative of this will just be constant here, guys. I forgot to put the equal sign. The derivative of this is 0 minus the derivative of that. If you drop that, drop the exponent minus from the exponent, is going to give us 2 over 6 is going to be like this, times half x to the power of 1 over 2 minus half. Therefore, what we're going to be left with here, we're going to be left with negative. This will give us 2 over 1 over 3 x to the power of negative half. All right, and that's how you would deal with a question like this one, guys. You can simplify further, but basically this is where you should be able to get to. Simplification, apply exponent rule, know when to add or minus the exponent. If you don't, please let me know. And definitely on this channel we do have lessons that are explaining the basics of exponent. When do you add, when do you subtract? Let's move on to the last question on this question, which is 8.4. 8.4 says here you are given this function x cubed minus 2x plus 1, and the gradient of the tangent at the point of constant is 3. So basically this is your gradient. They are saying determine the x coordinate at the point of contact. Okay, so now what they've given us, they already given us the gradient. We know that the gradient is also given by x prime, which is the derivative. So we need to go to this function of ours and then say the derivative of this function is equals to 3. So therefore we need to take the derivative. If we take a derivative here, x cubed is going to, you drop the exponent, you're going to be left with 2 squared, with x to the power of 2 minus 2 is equals to 3. Why am I saying it's equals to 3, guys? Because they already told us that the gradient is equal to 3. So if you take the derivative of that, then it should give you this here, and then therefore you should be able to equal to that, and then you need to solve for x in this case. So we are going to have 3x squared, then take this to that side. Take this to that side is going to give us 2 plus 3, which is equals to 5. Divide everything by 3 in this case. Divide everything by 3. You're going to be left with x squared is equals to 5 over 3. Square root both sides. Then x is equals to plus or minus 5 over, plus or minus square root of 5 over 3. All right, guys, I hope you guys understood this one. I am Gaston Mapala. Let me see you on the next upload, where we'll be doing more questions, more past papers, and more basic mathematics. I hope you're enjoying this channel, guys. Please share it with your friends and your classmates. Maybe it might help someone to get that distinction.